A blessed day, dear students! Our topic for today is all about elements of arts. What is the importance of knowing the elements of arts? First and most importantly, a person cannot create art without utilizing at least a few of them. Secondly, knowing what the elements of art are, it enables us to describe what an artist has done, analyze what is going on in a particular piece, and communicate our thoughts and findings using a common language. Elements of art are stylistic features that are included within an art piece to help the artist communicate. The elements of arts are the building blocks used by artists to create a work of art. Line is a mark with greater length than width. These are the tools to make an art. The 7 most common elements include line, shape, texture, form, space, color, and value, with the additions of mark making and materiality. Line, a mark made by a pointed tool such as brush, pen, or stick. A moving point. Different tools make different kinds of lines. These are marks moving in a space between 2 points whereby a viewer can visualize the stroke movement, direction, and intention based on how the line is oriented. There are different types of lines. Artists may use including actual, implied, vertical, horizontal, diagonal, and contour lines. Straight, curved, dotted, broken, thick, thin are some examples of different kinds of lines which all have different functions. Lines are also situational elements, requiring the viewers to have knowledge of the physical world in order to understand their flexibility, rigidity, synthetic nature, or life. Shape, a flat, enclosed area that has 2 dimensions, length and width. It has different kinds and types. Artists use both geometric and organic shapes. There are different types of shades an artist can use and fall under either geometrical, defined by mathematics, or organic shades created by the artist. Two-dimensional, flat, geometric like square, circle, oval, and triangle. On the other hand, organic shape is like all other shapes. Simplistic geometrical shapes include circles, triangles, and squares, provide a symbolic and synthetic feeling, whereas acute angled shapes with sharp points are perceived as dangerous shapes. Color is the most dominant element. Color is present when light strikes an object. Every color can be bright, dull, dark, or light. Color consisting of hues that is created by lights. Three properties of color. Hue or name, which is the distinguishable color like red, blue, or yellow. Value or shades, meaning the lightness or darkness of the hue. The last is chroma or intensity, also known as brightness, distinguishing between strong and weak colors. A visual representation of chromatic scale is observable through the color wheel that uses the primary colors. Color relates to tint, tone, and shades. Value, degrees of lightness or darkness, or part of an image. The difference between values is called value control. The difference in values is often called contrast and references the white or lightest and black or the darkest tones of a work of art, with an infinite number of gray variants in between. While it is most relative to the grayscale though, it is also exemplified within colored images. Forms are three-dimensional objects having length, width, and height. Forms take up space and volume. Three-dimensional, geometric like cube, sphere, and cone. Organic like all other forms such as people, animals, tables, chairs, etc. Form is often used when referring to physical works of art, like sculptures, as form is connected most closely with three-dimensional works. Texture describes the feel or look of an actual surface. The surface quality of an object can be real or implied. Texture is the feel, appearance, thickness, or stickiness of a surface. For example, smooth, rough, silky, and furry. In texture, tactile surface quality is mainly seen through three-dimensional works like sculptures, as the viewer can see or feel the different textures present, while visual surface quality describes how the eye perceives the texture based on visual cues. Space is used to create the illusion of depth. The area within or between images or parts of an image relates to perspective or distance between and around, and proportion or size between shapes and objects and how their relationship with the foreground or background is perceived. Space can be two-dimensional or three-dimensional, negative and or positive. Positive space refers to the areas of the work with a subject, while negative space is the space without a subject. Open and closed space coincides with three-dimensional art like sculptures, where open spaces are empty and closed spaces contain physical sculptural elements. Here are the references that I have used in doing my presentation. Photos used here are from Canva. I hope you learned something about elements of art. This has been your teacher for today, Mrs. Cynthia Soledad S. Aspe, sharing with you a reminder from a Spanish painter, Pablo Picasso. Every child is an artist. The problem is how to remain an artist once he grows up. Good day!